Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's training call. This is the new CEO training call. It's on Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as always, we record every call. So you can rewatch or watch it a first time. We post it in the community page and then also on my YouTube channel for all of our trainings. So let's see here. And I said the Facebook community page, yes. And so while I'm speaking today, if you have any ideas or tips to share, definitely post them in the comment section. And I'll review those at the end so everyone can learn more. Or if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section as well, and I'll be sure to review those towards the end of the call today. Today's call, we are going to be going through selling and tips to sell at your tasting events. So let's go ahead and get started. So we all know that selling at tasting events is very important for your business. So let's see here. So we have some sales and tip ideas to make the most out of your tasting events. So let's go over the importance of the half case and the full case. This is what we call the case for a cause. And it is super important because it's one of the items that donates back to the fundraising cause of choice for your host, that local cause. And then it's also a great discounted product for your customers. It's almost 30% off our full MSRP for our core collection wines for the full case. So let's see here. So 6 and 12 are the two options. It's either a half case or a full case. Tell your guests that this is the most cost-effective way to purchase our wines. And I think every guest can think of different ways to enjoy the wines, either personally. Some people enjoy wine almost every night. No problem with that. So definitely start to talk to all of your guests at every event, kind of get a feel for, how they enjoy wine. And then always have them think of future dinner parties that they might be attending in the future, any gifts that they'd like to give. Our wines make a great gift because of the additional impact that it makes, or the impact that it makes. So definitely talk about the impact when you are selling our wines. And then, let's see here, definitely talk to them and let them know that, it doesn't hurt to have extra wine on hand at home. There's so many times where I just don't have time to run to the store to pick up, one bottle for a dinner party. It's great to have some wine on hand, an extra case of wine in the garage, so that if they only want to purchase 3 bottles, talk to them about purchasing the 6, because it's a bigger discount, and they save on shipping, and they can get pretty much 3 extra bottles. And then also talk to them. I know most of our tasting events, you're pouring our core collection wines. Definitely talk to your hosts about purchasing the reserves and iconic collection wines, because there may be a couple people at their events that enjoy higher end wines, and you definitely want to have that available for them. But some hosts just, don't want to do that, and that's okay. Then you would just share what our reserves are, what reserves are available. So let's see here. We have our reserve and estate wines. They are limited production. So when they go out of stock, most of the time they go out of stock for good. There are some wines that we can, get again, in the future, and they're very similar wines. For our wines, we try to keep them very similar from vintage to vintage, but since it is wine and grapes do change throughout the years, unfortunately, it's not guaranteed to be the exact same. But most wine drinkers do know that on hand. And then make sure they stock up on their favorites, and then lead with the fundraising aspect. So the case for a cause, they definitely go back to that local cause of choice, 10% of the sales. and lead with the fundraising and ask them who they are passionate about, because they could turn into a host themselves. Every customer can be a host. Every customer can be a new CEO. Every host can be a customer. Every host can be a new CEO. So don't ever put someone in a box and then not talk to them about the other aspects of the business. Definitely share all the aspects of every of our business with every person you talk to. We always recommend taking a glitter bottle and a gift set to your tasting events. The glitter bottle, because it's so eye-catching and beautiful, it grabs everyone's attention and people want to talk about it, so it's a great conversation starter. And once people see it, they want to purchase it. So definitely bring a glitter bottle. And we also advise about a gift set because it's great for them to see it in person, how beautiful our gift sets are. And then, they'll look at the catalog and see which ones they want to purchase. Sometimes some of our customers don't know we have gift sets, and so they'll take the catalog with them for future purchases. Let's see here. So there are many ways to sell at tasting events. You could be talking to someone that has a corporation or is a real estate agent that wants to send thank you gifts to their closings. So definitely go in with an open mind, talk to them about what they do, get a feel for what they do, and then you can kind of tell them about the options that could be a great fit for them. If they're a real estate agent, definitely go into how our gifts make some great closing gifts. If they're in baking, let them know that we have some great gifts that would make good, loan closing gifts. So, and then also most businesses, or a lot of businesses, they give like customer appreciation gifts at the end of the year or throughout the year, or they also give employee appreciation gifts. So you'll be amazed how many people are like, oh yeah, I'm the decision maker for our gifting for the holidays. That's when you give them your catalog and your business card and you set up a time to meet with them. So every event can be a great networking opportunity as well. You might not have, big sell like at the event, but it could grow into something more. Let's see here. Some great people to talk to at events once you get to know them. Any neighborhood businesses, real estate agents, doctors, financial advisors. Those are all people that send gifts throughout the year. There's also so many other professions that do the same. So there's a great opportunity. As I said, each event is a great networking opportunity. You can also step out of your comfort zone and join some networking groups. That's a great way to build your sales and talk to people about other corporations and different things, get to know other like businesses. Let's see here. At every tasting, make sure that you talk about the wine club. We always recommend that you have little commercials, and once you do it a couple times, you'll kind of perfect your commercial, or your spiel, as I like to call it. So you want to talk about our wines, how they're made in collaboration with Robert Mondavi Jr. A lot of this information is going to be found in the catalog. This is our great winter catalog. So in the beginning, it gives like a great introduction on what we do and also the causes that we support. So definitely have one of these at one of your events so people can review them, and you can review them as you're talking to people, pull different information out of it. But yeah, it's very important to talk about the wine club, and because if they like our wines, they're tasting the wines at your events, then you can offer them that wine club. They don't even have to think about it. Wine clubs once a quarter. We have a 6-bottle option and a 12-bottle option. So it's a great opportunity to grow continuous customers, or, resell customers. Let's see here. So use the event. We have a great event pricing sheet on how to build the case for a cause. It is in VIA University under resources. Just look for the event pricing sheet. And so for those reserve bottles that I was talking about earlier, there's just additional upcharges for those bottles. So we try to build it out pretty easily for your customers to understand, and so that you can easily add that information onto the order form when they're checking out. Ask your host. Some people don't think about this, since you feel like the host has purchased host package for the wine that's being poured at the event, but definitely offer, tell the host that she's able to purchase at the Case for a Cause discount as well, or any gifting items that you'd like to purchase that are $49 or more. They go back towards that local nonprofit as well, so that she can hit her fundraising goal. So definitely talk to her about that. Let's see here. In your closing at every event, review the half case and the full case for a cause options. Paint a picture of how the guests can really have fun mixing and matching their cases depending on food pairings. Connect with those foodie people in the room and let them know like what wines will go great with different foods and different situations. Have the guests write down their wish lists and create their mixed Case for a Cause case on the menu. Use the menu to upsell reserves and iconics. The menu we're talking about there is, I believe it's called the tasting profile menu, and it goes into different tasting profiles. Some people like a dry white wine. Some people like a sweet white wine. So it goes into that information, because not all of them, your customers aren't going to be able to taste every wine that we have, because we have about 50. That would be a very long tasting event. So definitely print that out and have that for reference. If people tell you they like a dry or an off-dry white wine or different things, you can kind of reference that, and then make sure that they know which ones to order for their Case for a Cause. Let's see. So our wines, one thing to mention is our wines will age gracefully, for years to come. So it's okay to have them purchase additional wines. Say they don't drink that much. That's sometimes people say that. You can say, oh, like I know our wines will age gracefully, so if they're kept in a cool, dry place. So definitely don't hesitate to order a little more than what you would normally enjoy, just to have on hand and use as gifts in the future. Mention that a particular holidays coming up. Right now, Valentine's Day is a big one. So definitely have them imagine any birthday or anniversary coming up where they can give a glitter bottle or a gift set. So definitely ask them those questions so that they can start thinking about what they need to start purchasing gifts for. It's a great idea to have a chalkboard or a sign at your checkout station that gives the visual of the half case and full case cases of wine. One thing we also recommend at every event is to have a checkout station. You have your area where you're grabbing the wines and pouring them for everyone and talking to them about the wines. But then have a section of the, wherever you're at, have a little side table where you have your checkout station, where you have your catalogs, your opportunity brochures, your host planners, order forms, and make sure, like pens, make sure that they know that that's your checkout station. That way, it makes it easier to talk to them about different opportunities that we have. The host packages, the different gifting items. They know that they're there to place an order. And then also that way it makes it a little less. You're more open to talking to them about the business opportunity and the wine club options. They know they're there to place an order. They know that you're there to help them place their order and make them aware of different options that you have available. Because if you're not telling them about it, then they don't know. So it makes it, have your commercials throughout the tasting event, but then also have that checkout station so that you can talk to them about those options. Ask those questions. Ask them if they have anyone that needs a gift set, or if they have 3 bottles, show them the math and discount. You can give them a half case. So try to upsell on those events. at those events. And then one thing that's super important that sometimes we forget about is providing great customer service at your events, so or after your events. So what you'll want to do is do a 222 follow-up for each of your customers, anyone that's interested in being a CEO, anyone really that you meet at that event. Anyone that's placed an order, you want to reach out to them 2 days after the event to thank them for placing their order and let them know their order's been submitted. 2 weeks after the event, see how they're enjoying their product. And 2 months after the event, to reorder. Offer them the same Case for a Cause pricing, or if they're just interested in a couple bottles, they can purchase those individually as well. Offer them a host, to host an event so that they can raise money towards their local nonprofit that they want to support. There's definitely so much potential with each event. It's just all about how you manage it. So that is everything that I had to share today. Does anyone have any questions for me? Hi there. No questions? No tips? Does anyone have any tips they want to share? No? I see we have a special guest on our call today. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Sabrina. Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining. I wanted to give a quick introduction. Chris Whitaker is our new field development and training manager alongside me. So you're going to be seeing her on more of our calls. She just joined this week, so she's still being, in the thick of it, learning everything about our business. But I'm so glad that she joined today's call, and I wanted to introduce her to all you guys. No one has any tips or questions for me? Did I just cover it all?
You probably did. I came on a little bit late, and I apologize, Sabrina. I wanted to hear your introduction, and also, it's so fun to welcome new CEOs to the business. Yes. And I'm excited that we've got people on right now that are brand new, because this is like an amazing time when you're just getting started, and everybody that's on this call is brand new alongside me. So we're going to learn together.
That's so awesome.
But I took 2 pages of notes already, just in the short time I've been here with you. Great information.
Awesome.
I'm actually receiving a kit today, so I can't wait to open it up and get started.
Awesome. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention to close up today's call is that we have a great host promotion. So for every host that hosts an event from February 1st, and then the event from the end of the month, and then the event is closed by the end of the month, by the 28th, each host has the opportunity to earn an additional gift. And it's actually 3 items. It's a $39 value. It is a gold charm bracelet, a One Hope gold charm bracelet, a wine opener, and a bubble stopper, also known as like a champagne stopper. But so it's for every qualified event that is held within February and closed within February. And just a friendly reminder, a qualified event is one that goes on to sell $300 or more in retail sales. So that's just 2 Case for a Cause cases, just to give you an idea. If someone orders a couple gifts and a couple half cases, you can definitely get there. So I just wanted to point that out. That's a great opportunity to get people to host events, because that's on top of their marketplace rewards that they already earn, and then also that host the local donation that I talked about earlier, the 10% local donation that's on our Case for a Cause items and all gifting items that are $49 or more. So that's a great opportunity to reach out to anyone that you think would be a great host and get them on the calendar for February.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I think that was pretty much the the main thing I wanted to talk about from this week's Vine as far as training, but be sure to check it out. It's a great new layout, very clean, short and sweet. And then definitely check out the things you may have missed from previous weeks at the bottom, just in case there's a couple items you wanted to double check. But thank you so much for joining today's call. Tomorrow we have a great Tips from the Top call at 10:30 a.m. Same Zoom channel as this. And we can't wait to have you guys join next week's call too. Every new CEO call is a little different. So as a brand new CEO, try to jump on the first 8 weeks that you join so that we can make sure you're all trained up and ready to jumpstart your business. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye everybody. Thanks, Sabrina.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.